Hello everyone, Wanda here, the Foiling Rock Lady. And I'm going to be doing a two-part series, The Key to My Heart, for Valentine's Day. Just a fun way to get into the mood. Anyways, the hand lettering is just something that I did looking off of, I have this great sheet. It's downloadable at awesomealice.com. Anyways, they do a hand lettering course, and so I printed this off and I use this. I look at it when I want to do some hand lettering styles. So good tool to have there. Anyways, that's what I did. I just looked at them and then I wrote on my rock here with my pencil. And so basically, down is thick, up is thin. Down is thick. It's basically the rule. Up is thin. Kind of like that. Down is thick, up is thin. Down is thick. So that's pretty much how that went. But I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to put this one away because this is going to be in the next tutorial. Too much to do at once. So today I'll be using black Posca to do the lines and probably filling it in. I'm going to use the 12 volt UV LED flashlight torch to do some spot curing so the glue doesn't float off everywhere. I'm also going to be using wedge sponges to keep my rock propped so the glue doesn't go all about. SXC nail art foil glue. These are Arteza. They're mica powders and they're kind of brassy looking. I did a sample. Where did I put it? Well, I had one. Anyways, they're kind of brassy looking, bronzy looking. So I'm going to use that for the metal key parts. I may incorporate Treasure Gold 3081E. And I'll be using the silicone tip tool, nail tool, to apply the mica powder to the key. Disposable eyeliner brush to apply the glue to the rock. Nail foils will probably come into play on the other rock, but just in case, thought I'd let you see those. This is a set of transparent foils. They're different textures in there. Okay. All right, so basically, I'm going to go ahead and do the hand lettering so I don't smear my pencil around because it's pretty smeary. You just go over that with your Posca 1MR black. I might thicken it up a bit. So you're going to go over your words with your black liner. You can use Posca or a liner brush. I like Apple Barrel Black Matte. Go ahead and do your words and then outline your key. Okay, so when you're done with your lettering, you can take your eraser and clean up the pencil so that you're not smearing it. Don't press too hard because you will take off your paint. Okay, and then you can see here that I have a mess left. So I just keep a brush handy somewhere. Where did I put it? Yeah, just a big paintbrush for cleaning. Because you don't want that to get in your foil glue or your paint. So make sure that you clean that up. All right, housekeeping done. I hope everybody's Christmas was wonderful and New Year. All right, so basically just going to be lining my key with Posca 1MR. And this is an image that I traced on my rock using carbon paper. Let me see. It's been a minute. So oh, there it is. It's like this. So if you do use traceables, hang on to them so you have them handy if you need to refer back to them to see what your lines are. I think I'm going to fill in these lines with black. And that way there's a base under the chrome powder. I think it might even be better to do these pieces separately instead of doing all of the black at once. And there's kind of like a filigree key. It's beautiful though. You just take your time. I tend to try to rush and then my lines get messed up and I can't figure out my pattern. And this rock is pretty bumpy, so got to take it slow. Otherwise, you'll veer off into Never Never Land. See this big gouge here? Test my skills again. Okay, once you find a good set of lines to work with and you've got your lines down, I think I'm going to do one side and then the if you hear my son giggling, he's in the room next to me playing. So hopefully you'll get a laugh out of it. It's contagious laughter. Okay, this little loop here. And in here, this one continues like that. Sorry for the bounce. I keep touching. Hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can adjust this. Okay. So I'm going to glue. Let me get my gloves. When you're working with the nail foil glue, any glue, any resin, any chemical, put some gloves on to protect your skin. I have a little bit of the SXC glue already in the well here. It's this brand. So I'm going to start with the fully painted black. And I want to do one whole area, not the whole side of the rock, but one whole piece of the filigree. You'll see in just a moment. And then cure it right away. Move your glue out of the way. Do a spot cure, quick, so that it doesn't run all over the rock. I'm hoping this works. This is an experiment. You guys are coming along. Okay. This is Noir Arteza mica powder, premium mica powder. And I am going to just work from the lid. And these powders are micro fine, so you're going to want to wear a mask. Let me grab mine. Put your mask on. And if you have them, put your goggles on. And I'm just going to touch some of this Noir on here around the edges. And then also, this is chocolate brown. Same deal, work from the lid. And touch some of the brown in there too. You can also use an eyeshadow applicator for this. I'll grab one and show you. Like this. Grab your color and apply it and rub. Like that. You're going to want to keep a soft brush handy to brush off the excess. You don't want to rub it into your rock. So just brush that away. And then we have one little section of our key. So yes, this project is going to be slow going, but I think it's going to pay off beautifully. Okay, next little section for our glue here. Remember to try to keep your glue exactly where you want it and have that light handy so you can hit it. If you don't have the torch light, get your little 6-watt mini light. If you don't have your mini light, get your big light, but have it ready. 30 seconds on the big light, guys. Not lots of time. It's already ready already. Cool. All right, I'm going to color in. Actually, I'm going to line around this so I can see my pattern here. I'm going to give it back some shape. Okay, now I'm going to fill in this section. And then remember, you want some definition between your lines when you're working with chrome powders and foil. So to do that, you're going to want to do it one at a time so you can get that separation, but you got to let that dry. So get your fan. Okay. Yeah, make sure your mica powders are not out like I had mine. Thankfully, Arteza has them in tall jars with little necks on them. That could have been a total disaster just now. Oh, somebody's looking out for me, huh? Okay, so I'm going to start with the center. And then bring it straight down like a teardrop. Like that. You see that? Okay. Now I'm going to cure it. I just don't want it to move. Okay, you don't have to cure it all the way because you're going to do your other two before you use your powder. Okay, same little thing. And then pull straight down. Straight down. Don't pick up too much. Okay. And then straight down into a teardrop. And then about 10 to 15 seconds to cure this with this torchlight, flashlight. Okay. Now you can do your powders. just going to do this inner section here. And then move into the brown. And then put your definition back in there. Okay. Next, bottom ones. And these are thinner, but still teardrop shape. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint a couple of more places so it'll be dry by the time we get done with our next teardrops here. So I'll do this little section here. These little skeleton keys have always sparked interest. I think they're beautiful. And what a lot of life they must have seen, huh? He's giggling. Okay, the other's just about dry. Remember, don't take too much, just enough to make a ball, and then pull it down. Don't cure your glue down there, just this glue here. I think I can do both sides here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start with my definition with the noir. And then the chocolate brown. And relining here just to give it the definition back. I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to keep going around. I'm going to pause you so you don't have to sit here with me for an hour through this boring part. But I'll be right back to check in with you. Okay, I'm just checking in with you to see how you're doing, how your key's coming along. It should be looking something like this. I think it's looking pretty darn good, actually. And if you're getting tangled up in here, don't stress about it. Just get your visual, and it's kind of like a puzzle, you know. Like over here, see, it's kind of spaghetti-ish. So just take your time and use your visual to keep your lines sorted. Oops. And cap your paint pen when you're not using it. For sure. Okay. This is going to be great. I'm so glad you're painting with me today. And don't worry so much about the lines because it's getting painted black. We'll start right there. Okay, I've got these 3 filigree leaves, I guess, down at the bottom here, and 3 more here. That's what I'm working on now. It looks like black blobs, but we can fix that with some handy dandy texture building with our glue. Don't get too much, just enough to make a dot. You know, you could use your dotting tool. Actually, let's do that. I'll show you if you're not familiar. Dotting tools called styluses also. Grab a little ball of glue here, drop it, and then pull straight down. And it'll give you that teardrop looking leaf that you need. Be careful, don't cure the glue in your well. Okay. Just a little bit to get your leaf over here. 100, 2 100, 3 100. The Count. Do you remember him from Sesame Street? Yeah, I've been counting. Okay, then I'm going to the same thing all the way around. Do my defining marks. If your lid is out of usable powder, cap your powder mica, shake it, tap, undo, pop it back off slowly because this powder will go airborne. And gently push the seal back down into the lid. And now you have enough again. And grab some brown. And the more you rub with these silicone tools, the more metallic or chrome they become. You see that? Okay. Then you can add your paint lines back in if you lost them during that process. Okay, I'm going to paint in a few more of my brassy rings here. Boy, this Posca pen has been such a time saver. Don't get me wrong, I love using the liner brush, but for things like this that would take you forever, it really cuts down the hours and hours of painting. And it's really good paint too. You just really don't want to press too hard because it'll eat up the tip of your brush. And they are baby tips. See those? Focus phone. There. Little bitty tips. What is that? What did I do here? Okay. Oops, missed one. I bet you guys are going, no, you missed it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the glue on the upper portion of my key, and then I'll move down to the lock part. Okay, so let's go down the key. So we have the top of our lower section here is rings. So I'm just going to do the definition, and then we have the, I guess that would be the body of the key. Try to stay as straight as you can. And for this one, we're going to have to go in sections too, just so we can keep the definition with the glue. This one's definitely a labor of love, huh? Okay. So to separate it, do one little section at a time. Okay, so we've got this one. And so you don't lose your lines, you can do the one down here. That way you can still see the definition. And then same on this part. Fill in this one. And this one. And make sure your lines are as straight as possible. Okay, and then start here. Little bit, not a lot. Bring in, start on the outer part. Bring in. Cure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bottom one. And this one is straight across the base and then a curvature at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then color in your middle section. Paint color. Let that dry and work on one of these portions of your key. And be as straight as you can. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not curing it all the way. I'm just setting the glue so it doesn't drip off the sides of my rock. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think you get the idea here. I'm going to color while that's drying. I will glue this section here. One dot there, one dot there, and connect the dots. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Glue down here. I'm going to paint this section, let it dry while I'm gluing the other portions. Remember, don't press too hard with your paint pen. It's hard not to just mash it in there and go fast. In this section too. Okay, here in the center, don't let yourself get too much glue, because you don't want to lose your definition lines. And then only come down to here. This side, bring it in. This side, bring it in. I don't think I cured that. 1, 2. And then this piece here. Put a dot there and a dot there and bring them together. This is looking so beautiful. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. And we are just almost done. And I know this is a long tutorial, and I think you guys are going to be so excited. I know that I do long tutorials, so if that is not for you, you can check out the Facebook tutorials at Rockin' Our Art on Facebook. I do them differently. I do little sections, 10-15 minute sections, and then I stop. and then I have another video. So there may be anywhere from 10 to 15 little videos in one tutorial, but you can stop and pick up on a different segment at your leisure, which I know the pause button works on YouTube too, but a lot of people like the other style of tutorial. So I do 2 different kinds. And these are always available at Rockin' Our Art on Facebook. I will link these tutorials as well in the group. Be sure you come join us. There's a lot of fabulous rock artists over there. Amazing people. Okay, fun part, chrome powder. So I want to give our definition lines first. If you don't have this tool, don't feel like this isn't going to work for you. It will.